Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at Doctor Who, the 15th Doctor, issue 2. And if I carefully open this like so, maybe make that a little bit bigger so we can actually see what's going on. So we have the characters who we would expect: the 15th Doctor, Ruby Sunday, and the TARDIS. This is written by Dan Waters. Kelsey Ramsay is on the art. Valentina Bianconi is on the colors. And letters by Comic Crafts Tyler Smith. Now, apologies if I've got any names wrong. So, our story begins with quite simple. This unknown creature wanting this gentleman, I've forgotten his name already. What is it? Bruce Cotton. And he wants to not hear all the small stuff that Bruce is scared of. He wants to hear the big things, the things that would make him scream. So it is, of course, heights. He's so scared of heights, as we found out in issue 1, that he did not want to go up in the stars. He would rather stay on a dying world then go up into the stars with the rest of his brethren. So this creature who's, I don't think we've got his name yet, or their name, whatever they are, clicks his fingers and it all goes to hell. So it means that a fuse is blown in the shopping center, which is one of the only safe havens on Earth, because it protects you from the heat from the dying sun. So, and of course, the only way to do it is to go up. So Carter makes his way up, not screaming, not being scared, just shaking and starting to hyperventilate. So he finally gets up there. He's doing okay. Which is more than he's surprised. So, of course, another click of the hands and the the walkway gives in, creating a humongous scream, a very unique, but he is after a very unique scream, a scream of a Time Lord. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the Doctor and the little girl, whose name we haven't learnt yet, faced with Cybermen, and the Cybermen want to take the child, which Doctor says is not going to happen. They're not firing. They're just sort of coming towards, which the Doctor also says there's not enough humans on this Earth. Why are you even bothering? There's better worlds out there for you to be taken over. And then he starts figuring it out. It starts coming to him. So he asks the little girl to close her eyes and tells her that there is nothing to worry about. They are not going to hurt you. Trust me, I'm a doctor. They're going to vanish. And like so, he figured it out that they manifested from the girl's fears, so to speak. So they go looking for Ruby, and well, Ruby finds something else. She finds the car anchor. I'm not saying that again. Car anchor. Yeah, nice name. Hard to say. And actually, they referred to her as an endoskeleton, so which I do like. So we have these little creatures, and they are more concerned about being squished themselves. And also Ruby acknowledges that because of the TARDIS, she can speak to different aliens, etc. But they are hiding up to this point. When they come out, it's like, oh my goodness, what have I stepped into? So we got perhaps some killer insects there. So everybody is out and about. Colin's body has been discovered, and they all seem to be a little bit, starting to get a little bit miffed, etc., a little bit concerned. And it doesn't help when he says there are things in the basement. And we learn that this little girl is called Maria as well, who still doesn't want to talk. And he is, I'm not sure if he's reaching into her mind, etc., but he says, you know, why don't you just tell him? Why'd you scream it at the top of your lungs? What's in the basement? So he creates this fear throughout the shopping center, and nobody is interested in helping Maria, a child. That's what this planet Earth in the future has become. So the Cybermen, of course, re-emerge, and this time it starts killing people as well. There's also this concern about he would never go up to the roof, what's happening here, etc. So the Doctor says, run, run, run. So they run into the TARDIS, whilst the Cybermen still exist outside of there, and it's probably starting to come together to the Doctor what on earth is going on, that this thing feeds off fears, and fears create or manifest such creatures, etc. So he acknowledges that Ruby still has a key, whilst he's obviously recollecting some of his Cybermen fears, etc. in his head. But he also acknowledges that Ruby has a key that he can locate and transport to. Meanwhile, Ruby's having a nice chat with these folks, these lovely little aliens, because I'm not saying that name again. They come to dying planets and they feed. However, sometimes when planets aren't quite so empty, such as this Earth, they get squished and squashed and swatted. So they've hidden in the basement here, and they're scared to go out in the light. Even though she says, my friend is an alien as well. We can, go out. There's nothing to be scared of. And he comes now. However, this creature does not like it. That is not the scream in the bottle he wants, and it's getting quite bitter in there. So he clicks his fingers, and the TARDIS somehow moves away. He has some sort of no control over it. It's dead, and that's it. He is not happy. He says, you know what? I know you're here. Come out, and I'll show you why you don't mess with me and my friends, etc. So he says, oh, why not? Why not, I suppose. The game has been hidden for too long. There's only two more episodes, two more issues after this. So he reveals himself. He is the Scream Summoner, or Summoner, whatever you want to call him. He screams. He collects screams. That's what he does. And he said, and he wants to know, tell me what makes you scream more than anything else. Surely Daleks. But I guess we'll find out. I think there's lots of things that the Doctor is still quite scared of. We've seen that in the TV show, and I'm sure we've seen that in comics, even though I haven't read many of these comics. So it 10 says, what's connecting the Cyberman with a sinister Samela? I'm not going to be able to say that word properly, am I? And the shopping mall. Will they reveal it? We know what it is, but are they going to figure out that mystery? I feel like the Doctor's probably already figured it out. And there are lots of variant covers that you can choose from this. And there are lots of other books and Doctor Who comics that have previously been released that I've never ever thought of getting until now. So there we go. Issue 2. Now issue 2 was released later than expected, but it's finally here. It was meant to come at the end of July. I'm not sure what the delay was, to be fair, but it's sort of, I think it's pushed it all back. I think the other thing as well, I feel like I'm not sure if Dan got to watch any of the episodes. Maybe he didn't want to, so he could write his own story free off to understand these characters. But I feel like, to some extent, he's got it okay. But if he has watched them, maybe he does understand them better than what I'm thinking he does. I think I'm not saying he's not done a good job, but I feel like how much material he's watched. If you go write a Doctor story about the ninth Doctor, for example, you go back and watch the episodes. Nice and easy, isn't it? Just get a feel for the character, how he responds to things, and then you go and create something magical. So anyway, that's it. I hope you like my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Really appreciate it. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.